I was actually on YouTube to do a second tutorial, a slower one with like verbal explanation as well, to the fan-made choreo to Hold On Tight by Aespa. You know, this one, you probably seen it somewhere before, the same way I did for the cheese tutting tutorial by Lino. And so we're gonna do just that, and I hope I'm able to explain it properly and it's gonna help someone. I'm actually just really glad I still remember it because it's been some time. I did the first choreo like a good couple of years ago, and the tutorial this was commented under is already almost a year old, I think. So there are actually a few different versions going around. The one I first learned, and that was in that tutorial, actually starts a little bit different from the one I'm gonna be showing you today, because I had a lot of comments under that tutorial that apparently people are really pressed about which version you choose and really like the other one better. But yeah, that one just went like this and went downwards before starting with the actual choreo. Well, the one I'm gonna show stays here longer and then go straight into it. So let's start with the infamous intro. You start by crossing your right over your left shoulder and the left over your right. You wait here quite a bit and then go straight into the first position with your right upwards supported by your left, and then open your left as well. From here you have to do the two hands up and you go into a square by like bending both wrists and bringing your left down, and then hinge at the contact point to go to do the same position to the left. It's one like of the basic shapes in tutting. Don't mind if sometimes my fingers look too hyperextended because they are quite hyperextended, so I actually have to try and think to not have them bend backwards but have a straight line. But if you don't have hyperextended fingers, just think of getting the hand as straight as possible. If you do, perhaps try not to do this the same way I'm trying not to. So, just going over it from the beginning, it goes, better hold on tight for your life, baby, you and me. From here, I'm gonna go this way so you can see better. You're gonna go to make a square on the like outside of your frame by basically just pushing with your right and making your left go the other way. So you go make a square this way and then go back to where we were before. From here, you're just gonna keep the same shape and go downwards. So left hand is basically facing the camera of whoever's in front of you, and then open your right again. From here, you're gonna close and hinge like at your wrists to do a sort of flower to go upwards and be almost in the same prayer, but not quite, because we're gonna go back quite later. So we were here, boom, facing you, open, close, and flower. Okay, let's go from the beginning again. Better hold on tight for your life, baby, you and me are a twisted fantasy. From here, you have this kind of gap in here that we don't want right now, so we're gonna close it by going prayer hands downwards and back up. So we're here, boom, boom. And from here, instead, we're gonna basically open them again. We're gonna go straight into opening this little cap again and doing this fun part with your fingers. Each part basically goes from here, open the finger and just bend it so that it makes this shape. Then you're gonna not separate quite as much, but basically give them a little impulse to cross over and look like this, to then completely let them fall and go into like a flat plane and bring them back up one by one. First, your right, just up until the knuckles with the upper part still flat. Then the left the same, and the fingers right first, left after, with doing this kind of wave throughout your whole fingers. And we're like in this back-to-back position. Almost looks prior hands, but the other way. So again from the start. Better hold on tight for your life, baby. You and me are a twisted fantasy. Bodies running on a dream. Hold on tight. And here comes the fun part with the squares up here. So we are back to back with your hands. You go boom, boom. You basically turn them first a little bit to the left and then to the right, and with these two you gradually also increase the angle, so they're not back to back anymore, but like 90 degrees. Go boom, boom. It's a little bit finicky, but it's like this. From here, again I'm gonna move a little bit. You bring your right downwards and bend it and slide it almost all the way to the top of your left of your life. Yeah. So from here, boom, boom, and we're ready for the squares. So from this position, you hinge like a little bit inwards, especially with your left, going boom. And at this point, the left should be quite almost vertical and the right almost horizontal, to do almost the same kind of square pattern, but the other way and up here. And then you go 2 times upwards by going from like a square like this, opening up to a square the other way, which is just horizontal and vertical. You go in again quite abruptly and go out again. Yeah, again, don't look at my fingers. And at this point, your right, almost the way it did before here, instead goes downwards and is met by the left right here. And we're almost done, so let's go just over this last part and then from the beginning again. So, we're here, you hinge, move up, down, up, down, up, boom, boom. We're really close to the end, so one last time from the beginning and then we'll do the very last part. So, better hold on tight for your life, baby. You and me are a twisted fantasy. Bodies running on a dream. Hold on tight. Wired differently, a chaotic energy. Buckle. And I stopped at quite a weird spot again, but from here you have your hands up here in a prayer position, and you just circle like twice from here on the back of your head to the other side and then back again. Doing like a little bit of hip movement is way easier if you're not sitting down, but you go around, around, and then just do 2 hands towards your phone or the public. It just like this kind of motion, like going 1 finger at a time around your hand. And we're done. So I'm gonna go one last time with my terrible singing. My voice is not really cooperating today either, I don't know why. And then I'll do a few different speeds with the actual music for you to get used to it. So, better hold on tight for your life, baby. You and me are a twisted fantasy. body's running on a dream, hold on tight. Wired differently, a chaotic energy, buckle up and take a seat, hold on tight. Yeah, my voice is really not cooperating, but this is it. So let's go with the music. I really hope this was helpful, and feel free to rewind any part or any speed if you need more time getting accustomed to it. And the 3 different speeds without the whole verbal explanation beforehand are also in the other tutorial that I did some time ago. I think I'm gonna put it as a related video if I can. I don't know, maybe this one will be too long too, but I'm sure you'll find it. And yeah, let me know if it was helpful. I really hope you have a great time learning this choreo, and to the next one.